Hello everybody, Big Beardy back again with another video, and today we're talking co-loading. What is it? What isn't it? What does it do? How does it work? What does it mean? Where does it go? We're going to find that all out in a second, but before we get started, please, if you enjoy my videos, please like, comment and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Something like 70% of people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and also hit that bell icon so you can get notifications when my videos drop. And if you really enjoy the channel, please go check out my Patreon, link down below, and you can support the channel so I can do more videos and give you more content. But let's get into co-loading. What is it? So co-loading is very simple. Co-loading basically means picking up more than one job for different customers, or the same customer sometimes, but it basically, you have more than one job on the back of your van at any given time. Now, some apps actually work on a co-load system. Shipley comes to mind. To make really good money on Shipley, you need to have 2, 3, 4 jobs on the back of the van at any given time, else you're not making enough money. Compared to the Courier Exchange, which I don't know the Courier Exchange's actual stance on this. I'm pretty sure their stance is don't co-load unless you've got permission from all parties involved that you're allowed to co-load. I think that's their stance. I will have to double check, but it's not like they don't. I don't believe they say you cannot co-load full stop. Unlike poaching, where if you poach, you're kicked off. I think the Courier Exchange sort of works. You're allowed to co-load as long as everyone agrees. That's fine at the end of the day. But don't just go and do it. And there's a good reason for that, because shippers don't want you to co-load. They just don't. You might want to co-load because you can make more money co-loading. I'll give an example in a second, but shippers don't want you to co-load for a few reasons. We'll go into them. First of all, it's going to take you longer to do their job for them. Simple as that. They want to deliver a quick, fast and professional service to their customers. If you go off and co-load, it's going to take you longer to get from A to B. So therefore, they're not giving the best service to their customers that they possibly could. That's why a lot of shippers don't want you co-loading. Also, it gets rid of, pallets sometimes get mixed up, mistakes get made. Maybe you will leave a pallet for one customer at the wrong depot or whatnot. Doesn't look good, so they don't want you to do it for that reason. And also, they don't want other people's goods on board because it might damage or somehow break the goods that you've got on board for them. So that's another reason why they won't want you to co-load. Why would you want to co-load? Well, you make more money. If you're doing the same amount of miles or doing a part of the journey, you're getting paid more per mile because you've got 2 jobs on board. If you're making £100 for one job and then you go and get another job and make another £100, you're still traveling the same distance maybe, or maybe a slight detour, but you're getting paid extra money. So that's why you might want to co-load. So the shippers don't want you to co-load. You might want to. How can you actually co-load? What is the sort of process you should go through when doing it? And it's pretty simple. Speak to all parties involved. So if I've got a job on the back, I've got my customer, I've got my shipper, another job pings up, I might message them saying, listen, I can do that job for you for this price, but it would be co-loaded. And if they accept that, then I would phone my other shipper going, there's a job here, do you mind if I co-load? Another way you could do it is when they phone you to confirm that you've won the job, you say, simple, can I co-load or can't I? Do you allow co-loading? No. Fine. Okay, no worry, I won't co-load. Yes? Okay, so if I find another job, you're all right if I co-load? Yes. Boom. Simple. Wouldn't necessarily do this. Some shippers, as soon as they hear the word co-load, get very sketchy. And they're like, oh, well, we don't want to give you the job anymore. It's never happened to me, but I very rarely do that. I sort of know who do and don't. A lot of shippers will put in the comments of the jobs they're doing, no co-loading, full stop, go direct. As soon as you see that, don't even bother. Because if they find out you are, and you haven't told them that you are, they are going to get pissed. And the last thing you want is bad reviews. So make sure if you are going to co-load, all parties involved know what's going on, else you're going to have problems. You can try it. I'm not going to tell anyone don't do it. Run your business however you want to run your business. What I'm saying is you might have problems because they will know it, especially if you're on like the Courier Exchange, it's tracked. They know where you are. So if you take a half-an-hour detour or go a dodgy way to your place, they're going to go, well, he's obviously co-loading. And then you might get the phone call saying, where are you? And why aren't you where you should be? So be aware of that. The next thing is there is So some slight caveats to that. First of all, backloads are pretty much saying they're co-loads almost. I know they're not, but if someone gives you a massive timescale to do a job, they sort of expect it. Someone wants a cheap price on a job or a backload. You know, if I bid on a backload and they phone me, I'm going, by the way, I'm co-loading this, and they go, oh no, you can't co-load. I'm like, right, well, I'm not doing it because the money's not there. You know, so backload is code for co-load, in my opinion. You might disagree with me on this, and you might disagree with me on this next point. I think some people will, but if a shipper says it wants something collecting, let's say today at 12 o'clock, and he's delivering at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, for me, as long as I get there for 9 o'clock the next morning, the rest of the day's my own. Unless they specifically say no co-loading, at that point it's like, well, I can work in between that time. Because as long as I'm there for 9 o'clock the next morning, there's no problem. You might want to obviously double check this with them. I've never actually done it without telling the shipper what I'm doing, and every time I have told the shipper, they went, let's play out this conversation. The job, I've got to be there for 9 o'clock next morning. I might say to the shipper, listen, until 9 o'clock I'm free to co-load, aren't I? And they've always said yes to me. There's never been, oh yeah, as long as you're there, I'm like, I'll be there, not a problem. Because I always try and find a job going in that direction, obviously. Make more money. But for me, if they've given you a time that cannot be delivered before, then up until that time, do what you want. That's how I see it anyway. But like I said, double check so you don't get in trouble, basically. And that's it. That's co-loading. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to do, but do you want to put yourself in that position, and are you able to? I will say, whenever I have done, I've made really good money, and of course I have. I'm making extra money. But the opportunities to actually do it are a lot more difficult on something like the CX than they are on something like Shipley. On CX it's difficult because everything's got to go now, everything's got to move. You have to be lucky for the jobs to line up for you to actually do it. Shipley, on the other hand, is you win bids, and then you can sort of organise what day you're picking everything up and then go and do it. So it's very easy to do it for Shipley. And to be honest, I don't use Shipley. I have, but it's not the way I want to work. And the only way I can physically see you make enough money on Shipley is by co-loading. So they're two different trains of thought, really. But yeah, so quick briefing. If you're going to do it on the CX, if you're going to co-load, make sure everyone knows you're doing it. The likelihood of you actually getting to jobs landing the right way is pretty small, but like I said, make sure everyone knows, because you do not want the backlash, and you might make some good money. So I hope this has helped some people out there. Sorry, my brain's drifting. I'm trying to think of what to say next, and I couldn't think of what to say then because I've said it all. So thank you for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, be safe out there. Have a great day.